Hey guys, and welcome back to the Lit Sisters. So as you noticed, we took the month of May off because of life things, but we're back. Today I'm going to do my April and May wrap up and my June TBR because it's not going to be a very long video. I just had a really bad reading drought. I just didn't read very much. But all that aside, I'm reading again now and I feel like I'm thoroughly out of my reading drought. For the month of April, the first book I read was Passenger by Alexandra Bracken, and this was my March TBR jar challenge, and I was a month behind on it, but I did read it and I loved it. I can't wait for the next book in the series to come out. It was so good, and I liked it like so much more than I thought I would. Like when I finished it, I wanted to read it again. Like this is probably of all the newest series that I've started lately, of all the series I've started getting into, this one I think is my favorite right now. I'm going to leave links to the Goodreads description to all these links in to all the books in the video down below in the description, so you guys can go click on them and like read a more detailed summary. And so for the month of April, Passenger was the only book I read. Like I said, I had a real bad reading drought. On to the month of May. In the month of May, the first book I read was The Hamilton. This was awesome. Me and my sister went to the Pentatonics concert in May, and when we went to go see them in Nashville. So when we drove down, we downloaded this audiobook and we listened to it on our way down there, and it was amazing. It's so good. It was entertaining. It made the trip go by a lot faster. At least I felt it did. It was great. And Hamilton was all I read in the month of May. So, you guys I didn't make any videos in May, so you guys didn't see me draw a TBR jar challenge for the month of May, but I did draw one, and it was read a book in a genre you don't normally read. And I picked, and you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I picked Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow. And the reason I picked this one is because I've been reading it a lot lately. Like I said, I've come out of my reading slump with full force, and I've been making good progress in it, and I think I just want to challenge myself to finish it. So you guys are like, Heather, you're behind on your TBR. I'm not as behind as you think I am, because I have read my April TBR jar challenge. I finished my March TBR jar challenge in April, and I finished my April TBR jar challenge in June. And I will be finishing my May in June as well, and my June in June. I'm catching up. I'm determined. So let's go ahead and get started into my June TBR list. So the first thing I'm going to add to my June TBR is the Fullmetal Alchemist series. I just want to go ahead and finish it. I'm really close to the end. I have a bunch of them that I've already read, and I'm going to see my sister this weekend. My sister owns all these mangas, and I borrow them from her. So I'm going to go give her back all the ones I've read and get the rest of them so I can finish the series. I really, really like it. The further into the series I get, the better the story gets, the more I enjoy the story. It's just so good, and I've really enjoyed it. And the next book I'm adding to my June TBR list, but to be honest with you guys, I've already finished it. And it is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and I liked it. I didn't go crazy for it like a lot of people did, but I liked it. I'm excited to read the next two, see what happens more with the story. I feel like the farther the series goes on, the more I'll like it. But it's good, and I recommend you read it. It's entertaining. I found their peculiarities to be quite amusing. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Finally read it. And the next book I'm going to add to my TBR jar for the month of June, and this is all because of my sister, is Clockwork Angel. She has been on me to read this book for forever now. She's already read the whole Mortal Instruments series in Clockwork, or the Infernal Devices series, and she really likes it. And she wants me to read, especially the Infernal Devices series. She wants to talk to me about it. So I've got to read these so she'll get off my back. So I'm adding Clockwork Angel to my June TBR. And the next book I'm going to add is The Martian by Andy Weir. And this is my book club's book for the month of June. I've seen the movie already, but I'm excited to read the book. I really enjoyed the movie, and from what I understand, the book is really awesome. I've heard a lot of people say it's a lot funnier than the way they expected it to be, and I've just heard really good reviews about it, so I'm excited to start reading this. And last but not least, I need to do a TBR jar challenge for the month of June. So let's shoot. It picked itself. This is the one I'm meant to have. Did you see that happen? It just flew out all on its own. Read a New York Times bestseller. Okay, so my TBR jar challenge for the month of June is to read a New York Times bestseller. And I am going to choose Grace and Style, The Art of Pretending You Have It by Grace Helbig. I've already started reading this. I'm like a little ways in, not super far, but I really like it so far. I really like Grace Helbig. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, and I did check. It is on it has been a New York Times bestseller in the top 10. It might even hit number 1 at some point. I don't know. But I did check, and it did make it to the New York Times bestseller list. So, that's what I'm reading. Anyway, that is all for me today. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And comment down below and let us know what you're going to be reading this month, or what some books that you've read last month that you really enjoyed are. And don't forget to go subscribe to our channel and follow us on social medias anywhere. We're the Lit Sisters at all the social media platforms. We will see you guys next week, and until next time, happy reading!